Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Stephanie McMahon began appearing regularly on WWE television as an on-screen character in the late 1990s. Jim Ross, a WWE commentator and talent relations executive at the time, recently gave his thoughts on the former WWE chairwoman storyline with Test in 1999. Stephanie was due to marry Test before Triple H revealed he had already married Vince McMahon's daughter after drugging her in Las Vegas. The two later started dating in real life and got married in 2003. On his Grilling JR podcast, Ross said Test lacked charisma compared to Stephanie when the two were paired together. Test, real name Andrew Martin, won several titles in WWE, including the Intercontinental Championship. He passed away at the age of 33 in 2009. In the 2000s, Stephanie McMahon cemented her status as one of the greatest heel characters of her generation. She performed as a villainous authority figure and held an important role behind the scenes in the creative team. While Jim Ross did not enjoy the Test storyline, he is glad Stephanie received an opportunity to show what she can do as a performer. In the same podcast episode, Ross revealed he once warned Vince McMahon that two female wrestlers' beauty might distract male WWE stars. Do you have any thoughts on the Stephanie McMahon and Test storyline? Hit the discuss button and let us know. Stephanie McMahon, WWE's First Lady, and a key figure both behind the scenes and in front of the camera, has always been a controversial figure in the world of professional wrestling. As the daughter of WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon, she grew up immersed in the business. However, it was her rise as an on-screen character that garnered the most attention. One of the most memorable chapters in her career was her involvement in a romantic storyline that, according to legendary commentator Jim Ross, saw her outshine some of the biggest male stars in the WWE universe. In this piece, we'll explore how Stephanie McMahon became a central figure in one of WWE's most controversial and groundbreaking storylines, her undeniable charisma, and how she managed to dominate the narrative, often stealing the spotlight from some of the most prominent male wrestlers in the company's history. The beginning of Stephanie McMahon's on-screen role. Stephanie McMahon first appeared on WWE television in the late 1990s. As the youngest child of Vince McMahon, she initially played a more background role, assisting in behind-the-scenes segments and promotions. However, in 1999, Stephanie began to take a more prominent on-screen role. She was cast as an innocent character, often portrayed as the sweet and naive daughter of Vince McMahon. Her early on-screen persona was very much a reflection of the Attitude Era, which was dominated by larger-than-life characters, shocking moments, and edgy storylines. As the company transitioned to a more edgier direction, Stephanie's character began evolving. The WWE Universe witnessed her transformation from a vulnerable young woman to a dominant, confident authority figure. But the most significant turning point in her career came with her involvement in a romance storyline that not only captivated fans but also raised the stakes in the way WWE wrote its storylines. The Vince McMahon/Trish Stratus angle and the shift in Stephanie's role. To fully appreciate how Stephanie McMahon outshone a male star, we need to consider the backdrop of one of the most heated WWE angles of the early 2000s. In 2001, the WWE storyline focused on the romantic tension between Vince McMahon and Trish Stratus. Vince's character, a notoriously arrogant and dominant figure, was suddenly involved in a steamy romance with his personal assistant Trish Stratus. This was part of an angle that included several elements of manipulation, power dynamics, and some extremely controversial content that the WWE was known for at the time. In many ways, this angle set the stage for the future development of Stephanie's character. Initially, Stephanie's role in this storyline was that of a victim. She became the emotional focal point of the angle, reacting to her father's indiscretions with Trish, ultimately becoming the center of an ongoing battle for family control. It was a complex and emotional role, and it showcased the depth of McMahon's acting ability. However, it wasn't just her dramatic reactions to her father's betrayals that made her stand out, it was how her character evolved in the coming months. Stephanie's actions soon grew far more complex and strategic. She went from being the victim of this family drama to becoming a central figure in a story that placed her in a position of power. Stephanie's storyline with Triple H, the power couple that dominated WWE. Arguably, the most defining and transformative period for Stephanie McMahon came during her on-screen romance with Triple H. It all began in 1999, when she was forced into a marriage with Triple H at the hands of her father. This began as a storyline that was meant to fuel a rivalry between Triple H and Vince McMahon. At the time, the company was promoting the wedding of the two characters, which was a major storyline on WWE television. The wedding segment, however, didn't go as planned. What was supposed to be a joyous occasion turned into a chaotic affair, with Triple H revealing that he had drugged Stephanie and taken advantage of the situation. This controversial twist added fuel to the already fiery feud between the McMahon family and Triple H. While Stephanie's character was initially presented as a victim of circumstance, she would soon show a different side to her personality. The feud between Triple H and Vince escalated, and Stephanie became more deeply involved in the storyline, eventually siding with Triple H. The on-screen romance between Stephanie and Triple H grew more intense as the storyline unfolded. The couple became a dominant force in the WWE, with Stephanie playing a significant role in helping Triple H achieve victories, and Triple H ultimately becoming a key player in WWE's rise to the top during the early 2000s. This power couple became one of the most compelling aspects of WWE's programming during this time. Fans were drawn to their chemistry, and both Stephanie and Triple H were able to convey a mix of vulnerability, manipulation, and control in their performances. The pairing felt natural, and Stephanie's presence alongside Triple H only strengthened her character. She went from being a helpless victim in the early days of the storyline to becoming a ruthless businesswoman, much like her father Vince McMahon. Stephanie McMahon's charisma outshines male stars. Jim Ross, a legendary voice of WWE, has often spoken highly of Stephanie McMahon's talent. In an interview, Ross once mentioned that, in his opinion, Stephanie McMahon outshone several male stars during this period of her career. While WWE was known for its larger-than-life characters like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Undertaker, it was Stephanie McMahon who played a pivotal role in making certain storylines unforgettable. What made Stephanie McMahon stand out in these storylines was her ability to embody a character who was both cunning and powerful, while also conveying a sense of vulnerability. Unlike many of her contemporaries, who were often written as either heroic or villainous, Stephanie's character was layered and multidimensional. She could be ruthless one moment, and then show compassion the next, keeping fans guessing as to what direction her character would go. During her time in the romance storyline with Triple H, it became evident that Stephanie was more than just a pawn in someone else's drama. She was integral to the narrative, and in many ways stole the spotlight. While Triple H and other male superstars were often focused on their in-ring accomplishments, Stephanie's acting and storytelling skills brought a new dimension to the ongoing feud between the McMahons and their adversaries. Jim Ross emphasized that Stephanie's presence allowed the story to have more emotional depth. She wasn't just a passive participant, she was an active player who often outshone the men in terms of performance and character development. She had a unique ability to tap into a character's emotional side, and that really resonated with fans, Ross said, reflecting on the chemistry she shared with Triple H and the way their dynamic made the storyline so compelling. The impact of Stephanie's character on WWE's evolution. Stephanie McMahon's ability to outshine male stars in romance and dramatic storylines is a testament to her evolution as both a performer and an executive within the company. WWE's evolution into a global entertainment powerhouse required not only compelling in-ring action, but also intricate storytelling that kept fans engaged. While WWE had always been known for its over-the-top characters, it was the shift in storytelling in the early 2000s that brought in more complex characters, especially female ones. The Stephanie Triple H angle in particular was one of the first major storylines to feature a strong, compelling female character that wasn't just there to support the male stars. Stephanie wasn't a secondary figure in the story, she was at the center of it, with her actions and decisions driving much of the narrative. This marked a shift in how WWE saw women on television and laid the groundwork for the emergence of more prominent female superstars in the years that followed. In the years following this storyline, Stephanie McMahon would continue to have a significant presence on WWE television. She became more involved in the corporate side of WWE, helping to steer the company through its continued growth. But it was her time in the early 2000s, particularly in the romance storylines, that solidified her place as one of WWE's most unforgettable characters. Conclusion. Stephanie McMahon's rise in WWE was more than just the story of a powerful executive. It was the story of a woman who became a central figure in one of the most successful and controversial storylines in wrestling history. Through her work in the romance storyline with Triple H, Stephanie proved that she was not just a supporting character to the male stars around her, but an essential part of WWE's storytelling evolution. Her ability to outshine even the most prominent male figures in the company is a testament to her acting talent, her understanding of the business, and her undeniable charisma. As Jim Ross has said, Stephanie McMahon managed to leave a lasting mark on the WWE universe, solidifying her legacy as one of the most influential figures in the history of the company. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.